Hello everyone, Cobra Regalo here. There have been rumors that Resident Evil 4 will receive a remake. So today we are going to talk about how Resident Evil 4 should be remade. First of all, I want to clarify that Resident Evil 4 should be made in the RE1 remake style, which only improves, add, preserve, sell at a reasonable price, and doesn't have DLCs, or if it has DLCs, all of them are for free, and not in the RE2 and 3 remake styles, which also cuts, downgrade, change, or reprise the game and sell DLCs. The only things that the remake should take from RE2 and 3 remake styles are the graphics and some of the dodge mechanics. They must also include some elements from the previous 4 Resident Evil 4 versions, the Devil May Cry version, the Fog version, the Hallucination version, and the Zombie version. Let's begin. We should talk about the first of the 3 areas of RE4, the village area. They should include new areas to the village with new puzzles and challenges and improve the already existing areas. Also, between the village and the castle area, they should include a new area which it will be called the swamp. When Leon and Ashley tries to cross the bridge to enter the castle, they find that the bridge is locked, so they have to go to the swamp to find a way to cross the bridge. Here they meet La Rebelión group, which in Spanish means the rebellion. La Rebelión is a faction that split from Los Iluminados. Despite the splitting, most of La Rebelión group decided to create and inject themselves with a new type of parasite. From the rumors we heard, Capcom wants to connect RE3 with RE4 remake. They should do that by saying that the new parasite that they injected is a Las Plagas and a Nemesis parasite hybrid. This new creature should be taken from Resident Evil 4, the zombie version, and they should be called just like the cat zombie creatures, the Dabamen. They should also use some of the cat creatures from Resident Evil 4, the Devil May Cry version, like the Kraken boss fight. If Capcom really wants to make RE2 and 3 remakes canon instead of the original, they should confirm that Kendo, Dario, and Nikolai are dead either by Leon mentioning that the 3 characters are dead, or by making them appear in the swamp area as new free boss fights. Also, they should confirm that the organization that Nikolai is working for is the Wesker's organization. After they managed to destroy all the enemies from the swamp, Leon discovered that the only one member of the La Rebelión, Tony, a character from the Devil May Cry version, didn't inject himself with either parasite after he realized they are very dangerous, and he helps when crossing the bridge to the castle. Unfortunately, Tony dies when the Ganados return to the castle, so Leon and Ashley are forced to close the castle bridge just like they did in the original game. Now let's talk about the castle area. They should just improve and add to the castle just like for the village area. One of the added maps should be made from the Fog and Hallucination versions. When you try to enter the Dragon Room, you realize that the mobile platform that lets you to the Dragon level is locked, so you first have to climb a tower. In the tower there is a new boss called the Fog creature from the Fog version, so you have to win the boss fight by solving some puzzles that illuminates the inside of the tower because the Fog boss is sensitive to the light, and after that you can kill him. After you defeat the Fog boss, you climb to the top of the tower to reach the Zeppelin. When you enter the Zeppelin, you will fight a new boss, the Hookman. But just when you are about to fight the Hookman, you are going to receive some severe pain and hallucination because of the parasite that is inside Leon. Leon tries to take the pills that Sarah gave to him to stop the parasite from doing harm, but the Hookman hits him in his hand, which makes him drop the pills, so now he has to fight the Hookman while hallucinating that there are more versions of the Hookman, and you have to figure out which of them is the real one to defeat it. After you defeat the Hookman, you manage to find the pills and you take some of them to stop the hallucinations. Then you activate the mechanism from the Zeppelin that lets you use the platform to reach the Dragon level. And now finally, let's talk about the last area, the military island. Many people have complained about the last area because it is more action oriented than horror. But that is not the problem because the village has the same amount of action and horror, while the castle is more horror than action, so Resident Evil 4 has a balance between action and horror. So just like the village and castle area, they should just improve and add to the island area. The over-the-shoulder tank control scheme should be kept because it makes you more cautious about the environment since it limits your movements. The OTS should just be improved. The Japanese version of RE4 has 2 features that aren't found in the versions from the other countries, and in the remake they should include these features. One of the features is a new difficulty, the amateur difficulty, which doubles the capacity adjustments of the weapons, which will be a good addition for those who want to speedrun the game. The other feature that the Japanese version has, and the remake must include, is to play both over the shoulder and fixed camera angles when you play as Ashley. But in the remake it should let you play both over the shoulder and fixed camera angles, not only on the Ashley section, but also to the Leon section. They should also let you choose which angles you want to play when you play the assignment area, separate ways, and mercenaries mode. I don't think they should include any more weapons because Leon has already enough weapons to fight the enemies. There was a sewer scene that was cut from the final version, but it can still be found in the GameCube version of the game files and can be triggered if you do specific tasks, so they should include that scene in the remake as an Easter egg. Now, like I said before, even if the RE1 remake style is the best remake style, they should use only two features from RE2 and 3 remake styles: the graphic details and some of the dodge mechanic. They should use the graphic details to keep the enemy's new abilities. For example, if you shoot a head, it will burst out the last plague as parasite, and if you shoot the leg or the hand, it will burst out some tentacles which the Ganados will use to attack the player. As for the dodge mechanic, they should use it to fight the Novistadors. For example, if you press once the dodge button, it will just hit the Novistador just like Leon does in the original. But if you press twice the button, it will let you make a perfect dodge, and you can use your weapons to counterattack. All the customs should be kept. They should also include a new custom, the Leon's jacket from the beginning of the game. The QTEs weren't a problem in the original game, so they should be kept. I'm not saying they should include the new ones, just to keep the originals. Also, let's be fair, the QTEs from the game are used much more better than in other games. They should also make the inventory selection easier compared to the original game, and they should also let you change the laser color from the weapons just for fun. Since RE4 has received a VR port, they should also include the possibility to play the remake on VR, and they should also find a way to escape the exclusivity deal that doesn't let them make another VR game. The remake shouldn't have any DLCs, or if it has DLCs, all of them should be free and available to everyone. Now let's talk about the rumors of RE4 remake. The remake was supposed to be made by Shinji Mikami, the creator of the original game, but he declined the offer. Honestly, if the one who works on the remake makes it in the RE1 remake style, then everything is alright. The rumors also say that the teams who made both RE2 and 3 remakes are working on RE4 remake, and they say that they learned from the mistakes of RE3 remake. They should really learn from the mistakes of RE3 remake, but also of RE2 remake, and even the mistakes of RE1 remake. Capcom will want to unite both the assignment area and separate ways into one campaign. They shouldn't do that, but instead improve and add to the two campaigns and include a unique boss to separate ways. They also want to make the game exclusive to PS5 for one half of the year. They shouldn't do that and instead launch to all platforms at the same time. They should also launch the game to all platforms from the current generation, in this case on PS5, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch and PC. Not only on one platform like Shinji Mikami want, but also not on every platform where the game can be launched like Capcom would want. They want to include a possibility to play first person. If they include the OTs and fixed camera tank controls mode, the VR mode and the FPS mode, then everything is alright. They also want to include a post-credit scene in which Claire will appear and it will connect to the TV series Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. They shouldn't include the post-credit scene because 1. Claire didn't appear in the original game and neither she should appear in the remake, and 2. Capcom shouldn't force us to see a TV series, especially if the TV series is very weak. Before I close the video, I want to tell you that I have some petitions in the description below which I hope you sign them. I hope you like this video and we see you next time. Goodbye, comrades.